for the good of all of those things, for the good of peace and democracy, is there not a route that some people might see as advisable, which sees you stepping back, calling the campaigners over, leaving the country, certainly leaving the stage? Is that not the best thing to do at this point?
Rohit, would you advise that to someone in Britain? Imagine, I mean, Sunak, Prime Minister, suddenly, he's campaigning, supposing, the elections. And you're saying, for the sake of peace, because there might be some disruption, because people don't like you, because the opposition is petrified that if you campaign, then you'll win. So you better step aside. I mean, is this conceivable in a democracy? Democracy means the people should have a choice to select their own party and leader through free and fair elections. That's what democracy is. You don't have a democracy where just because all the 12 parties together, along with the military establishment, are convinced that somehow Imran Khan has to be out of the race, even though he's the head of the biggest political party in the country, over 70% rating, so he should not participate in the elections? I mean, is that democracy? And just because, there were some demonstrations that turned violent, not because of us. In 27 years, I have never, ever said that whenever about violence, I've never preached violence. All our demonstrations in 27 years have been peaceful. And we have the record to show this. The violence was not our doing.
Can you tell me about what you believe about US involvement in any of this?
Well, when my government was removed, so I'll just narrate the facts as it happened. I get a cipher. Cipher is a coded message from my ambassador in Washington. And this is around 6th or 7th of March 2022. And the cipher said something extremely insulting, that the American Undersecretary of State is telling our ambassador that unless you remove your Prime Minister, me, Imran Khan, through a vote of no confidence, which still hadn't been tabled, there will be consequences for Pakistan. Now, I mean, apart from the fact that it was bad manners, it's unheard of that an ambassador is trying to tell his prime minister that some other country wants you to be removed, elected prime minister. So I put that in front of the cabinet because I thought it was interference in Pakistan's affairs and our National Security Council. And then Pakistan issued a démarche. We protested against this interference in our affairs. But what happened was that the next day, the vote of no confidence took place. And then after that, some of our backbenchers, which had been invited to the US embassy, they started jumping off ship. So yes, there was involvement of US, but later on, as things unfolded, it transpired that it was actually our army chief who engineered this thing. And he's the one who fed the US that Imran Khan was anti-US and so on. And so it was as events went on, we discovered that was initiated by our own army chief.
Where do you think you will be by the end of the week?
90% chances I'll be behind bars.